Ford has always been one of the best-selling car brands in the world, with over 350 million vehicles sold to date. And when it comes to muscle cars, they're in a league of their own, from their massive, thunderous engines to their unmistakable head-turning designs. Ford's muscle cars are legends of power, speed, and performance. Today, we're counting down the top 5 Ford muscle cars ever sold. The heavy hitters that not only broke records on the track, but continue to break bank accounts in the collector's market. Stick with us, because by the time we hit number 1, you'll see exactly why these cars are the crown jewels of Ford's lineup and the legends of American muscle cars. Let's kick off the countdown with a bit of a wild card, the 1999 Ford F-150 Lightning. Now, I know this isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a muscle car, but trust me, the Lightning wasn't your typical F-150. Ford saw a chance to turn their best-selling truck into a performance monster, and they went all out. Under the hood, this beast roars to life with a supercharged 5.4-liter V8, cranking out a formidable 360 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. Those numbers were record-breaking for a truck back in the late 90s. In fact, the Lightning was built specifically to compete with Chevy's 454 SS truck. And Ford responded with a perfect mix of raw power, impressive performance, and sleek style that could go head-to-head with nearly any cars of its time. The F-150 Lightning had a lowered suspension, unique 17-inch wheels, and a custom exhaust, things you just didn't see on pickups back then. It could go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds. Now that's sports car territory for a truck. But Ford didn't just make it look fast. The Lightning had amazing handling and aerodynamic features, making it a true performance vehicle. And today, this truck is still a collector's favorite. It's a bit more affordable than some of the others on this list, usually running around $30,000, but good luck finding one in mint condition. These trucks are getting harder to come by, and those who have them in their garages are guarding them with their lives. This one is a true gem for truck lovers who want to go fast and look good doing it. At number 4, we have a car that was practically born on the drag strip, the 1970 Ford Torino Cobra. Now, this isn't just a car, it's a statement from one of the best-selling car brands in the world. With a reputation of delivering power and performance, Ford set out to create something truly unforgettable. They wanted a model that could dominate both the streets and the strip, and they did exactly that with the Torino Cobra. The 70 Torino Cobra came with a jaw-dropping 7-liter V8 engine capable of delivering 360 horsepower and propelling the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 5.5 seconds. That's what you call muscle. Not to mention, this car had a top speed of over 120 miles per hour, numbers that got anyone's attention back in its day. The Torino Cobra also came with some impressive design features that made it look as mean as it sounded. A blacked-out grille, gas-pressurized shocks, and striping that just screamed performance. But it wasn't just about looks. The Torino Cobra's performance on the track was undeniable. It became a favorite in drag racing circles and made a name for itself in high-performance driving. It had a 4-speed manual transmission that allowed drivers to take full control of all that power, which was a very rare feature back then. Today, this bad boy can go for around $75,000 if you find one in top condition. For muscle car enthusiasts, the Torino Cobra is a true legend, a reminder of what Ford royalty used to look like. Coming in at number 3, we've got a model that was designed specifically to shut down Chevy's Camaro, the 1971 Ford Mustang Boss 351. Ford saw the Camaro climbing the ranks and knew they had to come up with something big. And boy, did they deliver with this one-year-only masterpiece. The Boss 351 wasn't just fast, it was a finely tuned beast with the guts to take on anything that came its way. The Mustang was powered by a 351 cubic inch V8 engine, rated at an impressive 330 horsepower. The engine wasn't just for show. It was backed up by a 4-barrel carburetor, dual exhaust, and a limited slip differential. This car was all about speed and precision on the road. In fact, the Boss 351 earned its stripes by taking home the Trans Am Series Championship in 1971, proving that it could not only keep up with the best, but actually beat them at their own game. And let's talk about its looks. The Boss 351 came in just 2 striking colors, bright yellow and competition orange. with bold decals and striping that made it impossible to miss. The car was legendary, a true boss on the road and on the track, with a limited production that makes it highly desirable today. For collectors, the Boss 351 is pure gold. Prices are typically over $100,000 for pristine models, but you get what you pay for, a piece of muscle car history that has stood the test of time. Now, this one is a real head-turner. The 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Cobra Jet wasn't just a car. It was Ford's answer to the growing demand for speed, power, and style in the late 60s. You see, American car culture was on fire back then, with drivers craving bold designs and powerful engines that could dominate the road. And let's be honest, Ford delivered exactly what they wanted with the Mustang Mach 1. Ford took the already impressive Mach 1, added a powerful Cobra jet engine, and turned it into a car that was a dream come true for muscle car enthusiasts. It was truly everything a muscle car fan could dream of. Under the hood, the Mach 1 Cobra Jet had a 428 cubic inch V8, which delivered a solid 335 horsepower. But this wasn't just about power. It was about getting off the line fast. The Mach 1 Cobra Jet could hit 0 to 60 miles per hour in 5.8 seconds, which was pretty fast back in 1969. And with its iconic fastback design, special paint options like candy apple red and grabber orange, and bold striping, this car looked as powerful as it felt. Now, the Cobra Jet wasn't just a street machine. It was a champion on the track too. This model competed in numerous drag races across the country, leaving other cars in the dust with its raw power and speed. It made its debut at the 1968 New York Auto Show, where it stole the spotlight and quickly became the car everyone was talking about. Today, the Mach 1 Cobra Jet is a collector's dream, with prices often climbing into the six-figure range. If you see one on the market, expect it to go for around $150,000 or more, especially if it's in mint condition.
And here we are, folks. The top spot goes to none other than the 1967 Shelby GT 500 Fastback. Now, if there's a Ford muscle car that defines legend, this is it. The GT 500 was a creation of Carroll Shelby himself, the man who turned the Ford Mustang into a bona fide racing machine. This car was Ford's ultimate muscle car and one of the most iconic models in American automotive history. Under that sleek fastback hood is a 428 cubic inch V8 engine, delivering raw power and that unforgettable roar. This engine wasn't just massive, it was built for high performance. The GT 500 came with options like a 4-speed manual transmission, which gave drivers the thrill of pushing this beast to its limits. With all that power, it quickly earned its reputation as one of the fastest, most powerful Mustangs ever made. But the GT 500 wasn't just a street machine. It was designed with racing in mind. Carroll Shelby built it to be a track dominator, and it lived up to that vision. The GT 500 made headlines for its performance, tearing through NHRA drag circuits, winning trophies, and turning heads wherever it went. But it wasn't just the power and performance that made this car special. It was also the way it looked. The GT 500 had a distinctive design with racing stripes, a fastback body, and a stance that made it look like it was moving even when it was parked. This car was truly ahead of its time in terms of style and performance. Today, the Shelby GT 500 Fastback is one of the most sought-after Ford muscle cars ever sold. Prices can easily reach over $200,000, especially for models in pristine condition with original parts. This car is more than just a vehicle. It's a legendary machine, a reminder of an era. And there you have it, the top 5 Ford muscle cars ever sold, from the game-changing F-150 Lightning to the iconic Shelby GT 500 Fastback. Which one would you take for a spin? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more car content. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep driving, and stay fast.